Sup YouTube, Kunata87 here, taking a look at my top 8 shows of the winter 2019 anime season. First up, number 8, we have got Domestic na Kanojo. And no, to start off a top 8 list with a horrible show like Domestic na Kanojo shows how few shows I completed this season. And so this one was completed as a joke because of Gigak's funny video about this show, and so me and a couple other buds got smashed and watched the 11 some odd episodes of the show that were out, and it was horrible. Last episode in particular was absolutely atrocious. So what do I give this train wreck of an anime? Probably like a 2 or a 3. Yahari, right around Snafu, maybe. Probably. I'll give this a 2 out of 10. I think it deserves that. Bada bing, bada boom. From there, we've got number 7, Ame-iro Kokwa Side G, which was just a shitty little short, but it was never offensive. It was boring and pointless, but I was never, turned off watching it, so I ended up completing the 2-minute long episodes or whatever it was, and apparently this is actually the 5th season of Ame-iro Kokwa, which was not conveyed well, but, okay. But the previous seasons just look like a shitty boys show, which I think I remember watching. At least, not actually watching, but it came out one season. Yeah, about 4 years ago. Yeah, that sounds about right. So this show, I don't know, was shitty, pointless short. Does it also get a 2? Does it get a 3? The 3s. Oh, I kind of like the 3s, so I guess I'll give it a 2. Pointless anime. From there, we got my number 6 anime, which is Yakusoku no Neverland, The Promised Neverland. And so this one's probably a bit controversial. It's high rated, it's high popularity, but this show, I don't like this show. The only reason I ended up completing it was because it has these shitty cliffhangers every episode that left me just slightly intrigued enough to check out the next episode, but it's just a bad death note, really. Like, the kids are these stupid idiots that are portrayed as fucking geniuses. The entire scenario doesn't make sense, and the world, it's not developed enough, and I guess that's the point. It has all of these questions that you're supposed to be interested to find out the answer for, but the show just never left me feeling intrigued enough or engaged enough in the story and the characters that I just really don't care what is going to happen to them. And luckily for me, the show ended on a cliffhanger that I really didn't care about and was really uninterested to find out what happens, so I will be not watching the second season of fucking Yakusoku no Neverland. That being said, it is a better show than the other two, so probably like a 3. Yeah, it's about a 3 out of 10. There we go. 3 out of 10. Yakusoku no Neverland. Number 5 and number 4 were really close together, but I ended up making a tough decision, and my number 5 spot goes to Kamurokusa, which is a fantastic anime. So 8 through 6 were bad anime, but 5 and 4 are fantastic anime. This anime was great. This is the next work by Tatsuki, which is the guy who pretty much made Kemono Friends Season 1's entire existence. Kamurokusa is like a big, similar kind of return to form with this very dark kind of world and atmosphere, and yet a really lighthearted character set, or just a really fun set of characters. And this world especially, similar to Kemono Friends, is even darker and even a more sinister sort of a world. I don't feel it hit the same highs and hit the same strides as Kemono Friends, which was just amazing, but I'd still probably reckon Kamurokusa is a pretty alright high scoring show. Take a look here. What did I even give Kemono Friends? Kemono Friends, not Bakemonogatari. Kemono Friends is an 8 out of 10, but Kamurokusa, it's not an 8 out of 10. Maybe it's a 7 out of 10. Konosuba 2, Yuri on Ice is a 6 out of 10. Lovely Bakuman, no, it's better than those shows. Hoseki no Kuna, yeah. Kamurokusa, 7 out of 10. Good show. So from there, we go to my number 4, which I said was pretty interchangeable with Kamurokusa, and that is Mob Psycho Season 2. So Mob Psycho is great. Mob Psycho Season 2, especially the beginning of Mob Psycho Season 2, was absolutely fantastic. It was taking a look at Mob as a character, more about his psyche, more about his development and his interactions with all of the other characters. It's just especially like his classmates and his schoolmates and his clubmates and stuff. It was just fucking wonderful to watch Mob go through these different emotions and feelings and changes. And even in the middle of the show, where we had the cool 2-episode Reagan arc, which was actually pretty sweet too. But from there, it just goes back to being the One Punch Man Mob Psycho ending, where it's just this big, boring action fest with all of these side adult characters that don't matter. They're just all shonen tropes. None of them have an interesting backstory. None of them have an interesting character. And it's almost pointless, but luckily Mob kind of saves it. He tries to do like some talk no jutsu, and Reagan's there, and his brother's there, and the blonde-haired kid is there. And so I just wish it was more like the first half of Mob, where it actually, I don't know, I just hate action anime. That's all that you can take away from that. So I don't know, is this a 7? Is this an 8? Just give it the same score as the old Mob Psycho. 7. I don't know, it feels like it could be an 8 though. What do my 8s look like? Tamayura, Barakama. Okay, no, it's a 7. 7 out of 10. Same score as Kamariku, so that makes way more sense. And from there, we go into my top 3. And so what possible 3 shows could be better than Mob Psycho 100? And the first one will surprise you. It is Ueno-san wa Bukyo. This show is not good. It does not look better than Mob Psycho. It does not have better characters than Mob Psycho. It does pretty much everything worse than Mob Psycho. And yet, I like this show more. This show, every episode had me enjoying it. Every week when there was a new episode of Ueno-san, I'd always want to watch the new episode of Ueno-san. Not the same for any of the ones below it on this list. Every episode was enjoyable. I always got what I expected. I got cute characters, funny situations, and even more cute characters. There's a lot of cute characters in this show. And so, number 3, better than Mob Psycho, is Ueno-san, which I'll probably even give a lower score than Mob Psycho. Let's take a look at my 6s. Jinro, Tenkyo, GTO, Golden Kamuy 2. Yeah. Konoha Kitan. Yeah, that's about where Ueno-san is. So my number 3, better than Mob Psycho, but a 6 out of 10 lower than Mob Psycho is Ueno-san. From there we go to my number 2 show, best anime of the winter 2019 anime season, and that is Wataten. Now I think you can sort of get where I'm coming from for my topness. So Ueno-san is better than Mob Psycho, but also Wataten is better than Mob Psycho. And so this one had a lot to do, similar to Ueno-san, where I just always wanted to watch the next episode. But this show also actually moved me. Both the opening and the ending always made my chest tighten and my heart warm. I was singing along, I was smiling with the characters, I was happy with the characters, I was happy with the artwork, I was happy with the situations. There was never anything in the show that I disliked, and as opposed to Ueno-san, this show actually had me feeling positive, feeling happy. Happy friends, we are happy friends. I fucking love Wataten. The last episode especially was fucking wild. Just half of it was a musical, and like a beautiful fucking musical. It was great. So whereas I gave Ueno-san a lower score, because I don't think it is actually that good, Wataten, I actually do feel like it's good. I don't think it is as good as my 8s on this list. I'll have to ponder that a bit more. But for now, I'll give Wataten a higher 7 than Mob Psycho, because Wataten is better than Mob Psycho. And from there we go to my best anime of the winter 2019 anime season, and that is Manaria Friends. And so if anyone actually paid attention to this season, they would know that this show is not a 5,000 ranked show. This show is not a 6.7 out of 10. This show is fucking awesome. So the problem with this show is that it's tied to the Shingeki no Bahamut series, which I did not watch, but I did not care because I put on every anime that comes on and I give it my own opinion. I drop what I don't like and I continue watching what I like. And the first episode of Monaria Friends was fucking brilliant. This show gives so much care to the main two characters, both of them, their relationship together, the entire world, the entire situation, everything about the show is just done to perfection. The other side characters, none are annoying, none are intrusive, they're all enjoyable. But the key to this show is just the two mains and just how enjoyable they are to just watch and just get absorbed into their stories, get absorbed into their mindset, and just let it wash over you and make you happy. And yet, I still don't think this. Also, disregard episode 2. Episode 2's horrendous. You know, maybe I will give it an 8 out of 10. Because maybe it is as good as Eurocamp. Let me take a look at what I gave Eurocamp first. Eurocamp. Oops. Eurocamp is an 8 out of 10. The show isn't as good as Eurocamp, but maybe it is an 8 out of 10 as well. And so that's my thoughts on the best top 8 seasonal anime of the winter 2019 anime season. No Shield Hero, dropped it. No Kaguya, dropped it. No... nothing else people actually care about. But yeah, 3 shows better than Mob Psycho, Ueno-san, Wataten, and of course, Monaria Friends. Fucking love those anime.